Hey, I'm Kieran from Wild Rock Travel, and I'm here today to help make sure that when you rent a bike on one of our trips, your bike fits as well on your European vacation as it does when you're riding your bike at home. So I've got 4 really quick, pretty easy measurements to do, and those are going to help ensure that we can set your bike up so that you're comfortable for your whole trip. And that's our goal. We just want you to have a great time and not be worrying about that rental bike and whether it fits you perfectly or not. When you're registering for a trip with us, on our registration package or on the website, there's going to be a form that asks you to fill in these 4 measurements. So I'm going to walk you through them now, and I'm going to actually fill them in as we go so that you can see exactly how this process works and we can get that bike set up for you as well as possible. So in order to make this job easy, we need a few things. We need ideally a piece of white paper, maybe a little bit of tape. We're definitely going to need a tape measure and a pen and somewhere to write the numbers down, ideally on your form. So we're going to start out by taking a little bit of tape, and we're going to tape onto probably a door frame in your home is the easiest place to work. And we're going to place the piece of paper between your handlebar height and your saddle height to make sure that we can capture both. This looks pretty good. We're going to take our handlebar height right now. And to get these numbers as accurate as possible, we want your bike to be almost perfectly vertical, so it's not leaning way in. So we want it as close to vertical as we can get, very close to where your hands go. We're just going to put a little mark as close to parallel as we can off that handlebar height. And we're going to put a B for handlebars right there. So that's got our first marking done. We're going to leave that for a moment, move on to our second, and then we'll start doing our measurements. So we're going to roll the bike forward, again making sure that it's as level as possible, as vertical as possible, and we're going to take a very similar mark, flat line across your saddle, a little mark, and we're going to put an S for saddle. Now that we've got our saddle height and our bar height relative to each other done, we're going to take the measurements of the saddle height for the rider. This one we take from the center of what we call the bottom bracket, and we're going to follow the seat tube up the seat post to the top of the saddle. And this time we're going to measure this one and write this number down. So 77.5 centimeters is our current measure. Our last measurement is center of the handlebars to the nose of the saddle. And if we have all 4 of those simple measurements, we can get really, really close to getting your bike, when we're off in Europe, set up almost exactly like your bike at home.